Hi, my name is Todd and I'm a guitar maker. In December of 2020, I realized I'll have been in and around guitars and guitar making for 30 years. I'm 43. I started as a repair apprentice in a mom and pop music store in Alexandria, Minnesota when I was 13 years old. I am consumed with guitars and guitar making. I write for the Fretboard Journal. I've worked in Jim Olson's shop for a few days helping out. I've been mentored by some of the greatest guitar builders, makers, teachers in the world. I've traveled the world and been in some of the greatest guitar making factories and individual shops in existence. And I wanted to start a channel to share. During COVID, I started watching those Tom Bukovac guitar playing videos. I started watching guitar unboxing videos from those stores in the UK and in the US. I started catching up on those episodes of That Pedal Show. I'm consumed with how well those are done and the benefit that's kind of helped keep me sane in this time. And thought and realized really that there is no channel for guitar making that does all of that in one. There is no channel that leads you through the hows and whys. There's 100 videos and lines of, let's build a guitar, here's my process, I did it in my garage, I did it in whatever, but you don't know what's common practice, what's best practice, you don't know any of that. There's no channel that's committed to furthering individual guitar makers. The United States is currently going through, and the world for that matter, is currently going through a renaissance of high-end guitar makers that are just one-man shops. And those builders are some of the most inspiring artists I've ever come across. My channel, we're going to talk to those builders. We're going to talk about their process, hopefully see their shops and their tours, and do tours of those, and get a one-on-one view of what those artists actually kind of are working with. I want to take you subscribers to the lumberyards. I want to go through and show you what guitar makers are looking for when you grab a board and why and what matters. I want to do field trips. I want to do anything and everything in a channel that kind of encompasses guitar making in general. I write for the Fretboard Journal. I have the opportunity and a lot of doors opened up for me that most don't. And I know how lucky I am to have those friendships from those vendors that I work with, from my peers, and from those who I am lucky enough to write stories about. I want to bring you along on all of that. I want to make some great guitars. I realized during this time of COVID that I am probably bipolar and I need social interaction to keep me level, and I need purpose and creative outlets and a view into the world to kind of keep me going. And I want to inspire people that are just getting into this, that want to do more and want to know more and are just as rabid for quality information as possible. I taught a few guitar building classes at a local woodcraft when I was still in Minnesota, and the questions those students brought to me and those online examples that they found here on YouTube for stuff surprised me. I can give you one example quick. Is I had one student come up to me as we were voicing tops on acoustics, and he's like, no, I found this video on voicing acoustics, they should be done this way. And I was like, oh, you're referencing this video on YouTube, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that guy called me 3 days ago and his top had imploded, and here's why. And I showed him the call, and I want to give good information. I'm not right, I am not perfect, but I want to be able to direct you to the greatest guitar making schools in the United States. I want to cheer on the work that my friends at Gallup Guitars, at the Red Wing School, and at Roberto Venn are doing. And I want to help direct you towards competent knowledge. I work with hand-me-down tools from some of the greatest makers the world has ever seen, and I want to show you how and why I still use all of that. I'm going to list my vendors to a point, to be fair, but I will list everything you need from every source that you can. I will shout out the guitar making suppliers by name as often as I can, and I will link to inspiring videos, build videos, and share all of the knowledge. I'm not asking for subscriptions as of yet, or Patreon patronage will probably come at a certain point. But to start with, I want to build some great guitars, and I want to share, just like those videos that I've been watching have been sharing with me. So please come with me. Let's make some guitars. Let's talk about great guitar makers, and let's talk about wood in more ways than just bend and glue and cut and carve. I'm not going to have all the answers, but 30 years doing this has kind of led me to the point where I know that I have something to share. So please come with me. And the hope is to do 2 videos a week. I'll do a build video early in the week, and then I'll do a Q&A at the end of the week where we answer some questions. And then when I can, I'll throw in some interviews and some videos of my friends making guitars and creating their art. Thanks for stopping by.